Hi, my name's Con Christopoulos. I want to share with you my experience of racism. In 1979, I was 7 years old and I was in year one. We had the fish and chip shop up the road from Virginia State School. My teacher was Mrs. Johnson. I remember it well because I had a crush on Mrs. Johnson. I was a little Greek boy. We were the only Greek family in the area, north side of Brisbane, late 70s. And I was possibly amongst one of the very few ethnic kids at school. And anyway, Mrs. Johnson would do this dance where she'd hold her nose and she'd squat down, and it was a cute little dance she was teaching us year ones. I was 7 years old. And so I developed, I think, possibly my first crush. I thought she was very pretty, the blonde hair, the white skin, blue eyes, all that stuff. And anyway, I noticed in class that all the kids would be picking their nose, or well, sometimes a kid would be picking their nose. This was early in year one. And they'd wipe it under the table. And I noticed when a few kids were seen doing this, the teacher would come and pamper them, offer them comfort and support, sometimes sit next to them, whatever, wipe their nose, teach them not to wipe it under the table, whatever. So I thought, that's what I've got to do to get some nice positive attention from her. So I picked my nose while she was looking at me and I wiped it under the table, and she just went swat over my head. I went whack, and she said, "You dirty little whatever." I can't remember. Things were going in and out, fuzzy and black, because she was so abrasive. But she did say, "Don't think you're going to get special treatment." She made me stand out in front of the class and say where I was from. I didn't say I was born and raised in Australia, but I said, "I'm Greek, my parents are Greek." And she said, "In here, don't think you're going to get any special treatment." I can't remember if she was using the word wog, but she was saying pretty much close to word for word, "Don't think you're going to get any special treatment in here because you're Greek," etc., etc. And so this set the tone for year one. I went home crying. My parents are working their feet off in the shops, inhaling grease, whatever, abusive truck driving customers all day. And their little 7-year-old son comes home crying. They don't even have enough time to give him attention. I'm in the shop behind the deep fryer saying, "I need to go to the doctor," and my parents said, "Why?" And I said, "Because I need to get all the Greek blood drained out of my body." So that's my experience. Just one of them. Another one actually was in 1982-83. Dad's friend came from Australia, from Greece, Jim Healis, and we helped him set up a dingy little dead-end fish shop down at Brighton near an old people's home. And he got that shop off the ground, but a guy, local, who called himself Wicked, full neo-Nazi for the time, skinhead, suspenders, your classic suburban Nazi, neo-Nazi look. And he would chant, stand at the front of the shop and chant Nazi stuff in German, and he would engrave on the shop swastikas. And I'd write with his name Wicked under it, and I'd sometimes write "sucks" next to it, and he liked it. But sometimes we shoot him out with a broom and whatever, but he'd always settle down when we gave him a crumb sausage or something. But I remember one day he broke a beer bottle, because he was a strong presence at that shop. And he broke a beer bottle and he stared at us and was going off with his Nazi shit while he engraved the swastika into his forehead. So anyway, all the best.